Here we are. Hello everybody. I'm hoping that the sound settings are good. They were good the other day. Oh, that sounds very good. Let's just testing 1, 2, 3. They were good the other day. Oh, that sounds very good. Let's just testing 1, 2, 3. They were good the other day. Oh, that sounds very good. Let's just testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that worked. You could hear the echo, because I could hear the echo on my other account, etc. So, hello everybody, we're at the Green Hell. The Green Hell, I like the Green Hell, I like it a lot. The reason I like it is because it is like a road, you know? Countryside road. We all of us that like real driving and love driving, so not Richie, because he can't drive. Oh God. We go looking for roads in the countryside that we can enjoy to drive on, you know, not breaking any laws or anything like that. We're not trying to race anybody. I actually despise racing people on the road, you know. It's a pure sense of enjoying the curves, reading the road, stuff like that. So my rig is fixed, my Playseat Challenge is fixed. I'm sitting in it now. It's great. I'm going to strengthen it a bit more to make sure it doesn't snap on my fat arse again. But whatever. This is it. Thank you to the wonderful Pagan Ant for helping me so brilliantly to get this sorted. It broke in December. Problem is, GT7 is not any better. In fact, it's worse. So the other night, me and Richie were doing a special stage RX, and I had a super fast car, and I had discovered I've been making a little bit of credits by going on special stage RX because it's very easy. It's like a straight curve on a bank, straight curve on a bank, and I can make credits. It's simply a case of just like every now and again you go on there and you make some credits instead of paying polyphony with your credit card. No problem. I had discovered the SRT Tomahawk VGT, which is ridiculously powerful and all this kind of stuff, and then I drove that around and it seemed fine, and it did nearly, not quite, but nearly 400 miles per hour. Fantastic, brilliant. I drove it with the wheel that the wonderful GLR Mikey bought for me and sent to me, bless him, because he's an idiot for doing that, which is why I love him. And you got a shimmy on the front end. So, okay, in modern Formula 1, they keep talking about tank slappers, and they say tank slappers like it's the back end fishtailing. Now, in English, it's fishtailing because it's the back end. A tank slapper is on a motorbike, and they go, "Oh, we've had people whinging about us because it's on a motorbike. Oh, get over it." And it's like, no, it's not just that. It's not just that it's on a motorbike. It's that the term tank slapper is because the handlebars of a motorbike slap into the tank. That cannot happen in a car. There are no handlebars. The petrol tank's in the back. You cannot slap the wheel of a car into the tank of a car. It's like saying that if you put a dress on, you're a woman. When a woman is someone with XX chromosomes who can birth a child from, you know, the beginning of their life. They have the equipment to do that. It's not a way of feeling. It's not a psychological profile. It's not a problem. It's not feeling like you're not right. It's a biological fact, okay? And a tank slapper is on a motorbike where the handlebars slap into the fuel tank because the front end starts setting up a resonance. So the problem is there is no such term that I know of for what happens when that is going on in a car, and this was happening in several of my cars. So you're driving along, you get to a speed, and even in other cars I was suddenly finding my steering wheel is fighting me. I mean, there's tramlining, which is where it follows the grooves of a road. There's all sorts of... This is a known phenomenon, but that was happening in Gran Turismo 7 this week in my steering wheel after 6 months of being away from my steering wheel. But then I was driving along and I'm like, and yeah, I'd sorted all this out, I'd reduced feedback and all this kind of stuff. My feedback was at maximum. I'd put them back up for a car going around Le Mans. And the steering wheel felt heavy, but there was no feedback. I had no idea what was going on at the front end. Not at all. And the steering feedback is the only thing you have when you're in a rig on a game. I had tried earlier in the evening, much to my trepidation because it scares me, Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is also on my PlayStation 4. So this is not the really good version, which is on a a PC. This is the kind of crappy version, the sort of the beige version that's on a PS4. And there's no feedback. None at all. Absolutely zero. Zero. So I'm bored. I'm bored because I cannot drive. I want to drive. When this game came out, it felt like something I could drive. They have ruined that because of all you arseholes out there that are going, "Ooh, GTS is so much better." I mean, you got a bunch of 10-year-olds that have never driven a car whinging that the game's not like a game anymore. I mean, that's fair enough, I suppose, in a way. If you expect a game, then you get a game. Gran Turismo 7 tried to be a simulator, and they advertised as a simulator, and it ended up being a kind of simulator. The problem is, I'm bored. I am bored. I miss driving. Right, I don't know if it's getting any feedback for this. Let's find out. Let's find out on my thing. You got a bunch of 10-year-olds. Right, I don't know if it's getting any feedback for this. Let's find out. Okay, so there was some feedback, so I'm going to take because I want to hear this car. I'm going to take the sound back off of it. So I'm here. I've got two. Interesting. I've got two jiggies. What are they called? Ring mirrors. I am not trying to do a fast time here. I just want to go for a drive, man. So I'm in a Focus RS, all-wheel drive, stupid amounts of horsepower, 6 gears. The steering is heavy. I have no idea what's going on with the surface. Let's go up here. It shakes a bit. It doesn't tell me anything about the surface of the road. So on this ACC earlier, the problem with the ACC is it's so complicated. You can't just get it in drive, and even if you do, it doesn't work. You've got to set it up, and you've got to know everything. I mean, I've got sympathy with people that moan at me about setup of cars. You want to get in and just drive something. My problem with Gran Turismo is when you get in and drive something in Gran Turismo, the handling is crap. And it's like, oh, you've got to work around the handling. And it's like, well, why can't the handling be decent? Why can't the handling be okay? I mean, it doesn't have to be brilliant. It can, but why is it that you can't go around a corner with the back end coming out on you unless you pedal around with it? So, you know, there's nothing out there for people that just want to drive, man. Gran Turismo is meant to be that thing, and it isn't. It just isn't. Oh! See, I tried to do what I was taught by Mikhail on YouTube. Aim for the corner and then turn, and it didn't really work. It's a definite late apex, that one. And this thing, the braking thing you can see there, is just lying to you. Honestly, it's lying to you. And I'm not paying attention, so, oh my god. I can't even go for a drive at 20 miles an hour. Come on! This is ridiculous. Anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. I hope the EDTM went well. I hope the, whatever the hell it's called, for the Plebs and Tasha went well. I hope that the TCR is, will something, DTR, TCR, go well. And I would just like to remind everybody of Hugh Hattrick. Hugh's got a new job. He's been a bus driver for a while, and he's had stupidly long hours, right? So it's really not been able to do any kind of streaming or racing. And we all love Hugh. Everybody loves Hugh because Hugh's a bit of a pioneer, I reckon. He was doing stuff. He was doing interviews with people when everybody else was just busy. I mean, I don't. Frankly, personally, I don't understand how anyone gets followed on this. I mean, if you're into sim racing, you want to find exciting racing, so it makes perfect sense that EDTM or HHTCR as it was, or DTR TCR is going to be good for you. But you find, you know, Kieran Karts and Key 25 and it's like, I don't actually understand why they're popular. I don't understand. I've been following Digit Gaming, and he's so skillful. He's so good. He always starts at the back of a field, and he does try to show you what to do. I can't do it. That's the thing. I just can't do it. I mean, even after a bit of a rest, I just can't do it, man. Is it reaction timing? Is it that I'm old? I don't know. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, why has that done that? Why has that done that? gotta say, I've driven 1,000 times on roads like this and I've never crashed like that. But then again, I'm the kind of person that sees an idiot on a bike wheeling and go, what a twat. Because it's just an excuse to get hurt on the roads, that's all it is. So, I suppose the point of this stream, I don't even know why I stream. I think I stream because I'm lonely and I want to be, I want a connection with people in some fashion. I want someone to talk to, and I don't like talking to human beings because they're all shit. So I talk to imaginary human beings on the internet, and I get to I get to talk without stupid comments. That's brilliant. Oh no, that's very good. I like that. I've got maximum anti-lag on this, hence the popping and the banging. I've got a mid-range turbocharger. I just tried to do the Le Mans thing, which Richie told me I should do. I did it in the van as a laugh. I came last. I still got 29 grand though. Good. So I did it in this, thinking I need to find something four-wheel drive to take the weather and be better at people in the weather. And this would have been great. It's great. I had to have quite a lot of weight to it and take quite a lot of power off to get it to work. Because it's PP less than 770, and I managed to do that, no problem. And I was overtaking people left, right, and centre. The big problem was fuel consumption. I couldn't do more than 2 laps at a time, and for some reason everybody else could do 3. And that really didn't help. Didn't help at all. Didn't help that I was rubbish. But that's another thing. Mini carousel. Big mistake is to try and go too fast around carousel and mini carousel. There is a limit. There is a limit. It's about 50 miles an hour. Say 90 kph, 90, 100. No matter what you do, no matter how you do it, it's always going to be a limit. Pretty good. I've quite enjoyed this. I mean, I'm crashing at 20 miles an hour, so Sunday morning. So, right, oh, see? Oh, whoa! See that? Okay. I would say that lack of turning at high speed is because I've got no downforce. Even though I've got the maximum downforce for the car. Oh my god, yawning. So have I got to try and find a way of getting around this track, trying to do a decent time in the car. I know Vanessa Cars will be telling me I'm rubbish at this and rubbish at that, but I am not talented and young like she is, nor do I know every corner like she does. I spent a bit of time getting to know the Nordschleife because I like it. I actually like it. Unlike many people, I like it. It makes sense to me. It's like a proper road. feel better after listening to the Spanish Grand Prix qualifying. Oh, that was close. Well, you got some very talented drivers being utter wankers, utterly incapable of doing anything. I like that. I actually drove on the Barcelona track. Gran Turismo 7 has Barcelona without the chicane at the end. Okay, so I have discovered. Oh, see, that's why it says turning late. Turning late. Oh, no, that wasn't one. No! That was annoying. A little bit, just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. Okay, you need to let the car settle. Whatever algorithm is going on with this program, it appreciates letting the car settle. It's like I've never driven on this track before. I mean seriously, it's like I've never driven on it before. Because I've sorted these corners out, they are spectacularly difficult. You have 2 or 3 corners that are very similar but subtly different. Not enough downforce. You don't get the grip. At higher speeds you get less grip. So you're going to back off here. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot more in this car to be able to do that properly. Always struggle with this corner because you always end up going over there. This is easy in a sense because it's like just a really slow corner. Just stick your gear in and go round. And then you got carousel, which everybody gets wrong. Everybody gets wrong. Everybody tries to enter too fast. 50 odd mile an hour. Oh! Didn't steer. See how everybody gets wrong, including me! Great. Fantastic. Started driving this course in it like a road, you know, like a road I was used to. I was thinking there's got to be something I can do, and I can drive A roads in mid Wales, so why not this road here? This is the A470. It's so light. So many of these corners are identical or very similar to the A470, even in the way they caught me out as a youth driving on them. A youth older than 18. I got married at the age of just under 18. Just under 19, sorry. And moved to northwest Wales in the Bangor area. So I spent the majority of my life living in a Welsh-speaking foreign country. Not foreign to a UK resident, but foreign to an Englishman. And I ended up learning how to get very frustrated with family members who I thought had more sense who could not pronounce a single fucking thing in Wales. It's not hard. Sounds funny. I'm doing a Birmingham accent. Well, I'm actually in West Country. Not West Country, it's sort of a West Midlands accent. Oh, pissed off. Stop concentrating. Mini carousel. Hook it in. No, fuck that up too. Okay, so I've done. I really fucked that up. I fucked up carousel, but that one, mini carousel, I really fucked up. Ah, so annoying. Oh, no. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I get frustrated. Fuck up once, you fuck up again. I just want to go for a drive, man. I just want to go for a drive. I don't need to race anybody. I don't need to win. I just want to go for a drive, man. I don't know what's going on with GT7. Honestly, that's just like, what the hell? The steering's heavy, but it's not telling me anything. All it's telling me is that I'm steering. There you go. So 807. That's shit, and I crashed about 4 times. So, Polyphony, who are never going to listen to this, I wish you would. I wish you would listen to my videos where I talk to you about the handling and the feedback characteristics. If we could have a set course competency only feedback with GT7 levels of ease of use, that game would be incredible. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine feeling the surface, knowing what was going on, being able to adjust your steering and your throttle dependent on all the stuff that's going on? I mean, there's that. I want a PlayStation 5 and I want the VR2 so that I can drive a bit more like I'm driving, because I can't afford a car. I drove one last week after over 8 years of not driving anything, and I was fucking brilliant. Because there is one thing in my life I've been able to do, and it is drive. And I get on this and I'm shit. And so, you know, people think I'm being funny when I talk about how I've accepted the fact that I'm slow on this game. I'm not being funny. It's a major deal for me. It's a big deal. It is a major deal. Because this, from the age of 3 or 4 years old when I first noticed cars, is the thing I wanted to do, drive. I don't have to race, but to drive, yes. And all the people that knew me when I passed my driving test were absolutely terrified that I would fail, because I would have been unbearable to live with, quite rightly. Of course, I passed first time, and incidentally did not have any lessons to do so. I got the DVLA manual, learnt it, practiced it, passed my test. Passed my bike test first time. I will always pass my driving test first time. I want to drive a truck and I will pass it first time. There's no pissing about here. This, however, is not driving. It's a game. It's a crappy game, and it's boring. Hugh says it gives us the chance to do things we'd never be able to do otherwise. Yeah, okay. But it's not doing the things I want to do. I want to drive a racing car. This does not allow me to drive a racing car. This allows me to drive a game. Honestly, it was better when it first came out and everyone was moaning how it wasn't like GTS. They were right. It wasn't anything like GTS. It was like driving. And now it's like GTS. With better graphics. What's the fucking point of that? Why pay more for the last game with better graphics? Maybe fuck off and let people who want to drive. We're all going to be locked in a home soon anyway. 15-minute cities, and then it'll be you're not allowed to go anywhere, and then it'll be, don't, unless you start standing up for yourself, you think it's all good and proper and good for the environment, and you can testify. Yeah, right. Pretty soon you'll be locked in your home, because that's... Did you not understand what the lockdown was for? Because it wasn't to stop a disease, an airborne disease. It was to see if we would accept being controlled. And we are controlled. And everyone's stupid. Something. So, I have just linked how crap GT7 is with the control of the world by the WEF, aka Spectre and Klaus. You think I'll be a hippie was nothing? And did you notice he didn't say we, he said you. You will have nothing, and I'll be hippie was nothing. Und the rest of us will be in the control, and we will be in charge. So, anyway, I don't care about this because I've already lost everything, absolutely everything in my life. And I will say goodnight to you after you see me doing this thing with my steering wheel. Thank you so much. Good night. That was me doing it. That was me doing a rimmer. I could do a duplex rimmer. A duplex rimmer. Oh, I could have done a 741. Fuck me! Really? Wow. 741? Okay, I'm a bit surprised by that. I mean, obviously that's where I crashed, but that's a big chunk. Okay, fair enough. I'm brilliant. Not really. Oh, God. Oh, I want to show this. So I've modified my... Oh, God. No, I don't want to show this at all, actually. Goodbye. I don't want to show that at all. That's embarrassing, because I just crashed. Good night, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.